grommet, cheese. We need cheese, grommet. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another funny reaction video. How do you like the hat? Want to keep it like this, or do you want me to put it back? We are here at the very location of where all this magic happened. My dad's apartment. I just want to get a video out for you guys, at least. That's not a meme comp. Because I made a poll. Everyone wanted a meme comp, and then I got like 5 comments saying, why make another? They get boring. Into that, I agree. But I don't know, I'm bored. I want to get into YouTube drama. And hate comments are not going to cut it. I want more. I'm a fiend for drama. Nothing's happening in my real life other than Karen's not getting the correct sandwich, even though it was. I need drama. So I'm just going on to these furries accounts, these anti-furries accounts, like seeing who can I react to. I went back to a mortal enemy. Well, not really an enemy anymore. I went back to a YouTuber, Shadow Wolf. I was scrolling through his posts because I don't know, I'm bored. It's 1:51 in the fucking morning. I gotta be at work at 6. Do I care? And then he posted, I'm assuming his friend or another YouTuber, don't know about his life. Honestly, don't care. And the video is called "The Difference Between a Furry Hater and an Anti-Furry." Let's see if his points are correct.
Hey everybody, this is Shasta here once again.
Huh?
Hey everybody, this is Shasta here.
Worcestershire sauce? I promise not to be mean, but I'm not gonna make fun of the name. I'm just comedy.
Once again, hold on, gotta put my hand paw on. It's a pretty normal thing I gotta do on my channel because I don't know how to edit.
Golf claps in the chat. I'm not sure if this is a common occurrence with a lot of furry channels because not too long ago, like 3 days ago, I did a reaction to apparently furries, like 16-year-olds wanting to become furries. I forgot. I don't care. They're always like putting on their paws at the beginning of the video. Like, I get it. You gotta take one off just to start the recording, then put it on. But I have a tripod that has a clicker. You can just buy a tripod with a clicker. It's not that difficult.
Hope you like my song.
A song?
Okay.
You made a song? Is it Pink Floyd?
I've been trying to record this for a while because, again, as I've said before, recording is a little bit tough for me. But I am getting much more comfortable with speaking.
But are you good with comedy? Let's find out. At the end of the video, we will find out if he's good with comedy.
So I apologize again if I'm going really quick.
12 minutes.
So today's topic is going to be on what is the difference between a furry hater and an anti-furry. And I'm sure there are a lot of furries out there who are wondering if furry haters and anti-furries are really just the same.
Listen, I know you're new to this shit. Stop stuttering. I know when I started this, I was stuttering my ass off. Like, but what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, that's right. In my opinion, there's no real difference between an anti-furry and a furry hater. I don't know. Maybe there is. Well, we'll find out today.
Same type of people, and I'm here to say this. They're not. Yes, furry haters and anti-furries do share one thing in common, but it is in a completely different way. They don't like us. But, like I said, it is in a completely different way. So first...
Oh, yeah. Forgot to put my warning. I got a comment in my last video. Someone's informed. They don't do that. And it's a joke. You know what a joke is? It's not supposed. A joke warning. Don't take shit offensive. If you can at him, I actually might even at. No, I'm not afraid. I'm gonna at him. But this is all a joke. I'm not here to make fun of somebody who's literally just speaking their mind. Unless he pulls out a diaper. But if that's the case, no, I'm literally just here to criticize.
So I'm going to explain what a furry hater is. Then I'm going to explain what an anti-furry is.
Me gusta.
So,
You like
first,
to pepper? Me
a furry
gusta.
hater is basically a young
Gusta?
kid who
See? Muy
is
bien.
either in elementary or middle school, so around maybe like 10 to 15 to 16, around there.
Wait, hold on.
So
I didn't
around maybe
listen.
basically a young kid. So, first, a furry hater is basically a young kid who is either in elementary or middle school, so around maybe
Oops. Big problem. There's a big problem with that. Honestly, and I got other comments too saying kids should join the anti-furry army. Kids shouldn't even be dealing with this in the first place. I say when you hit 16, then maybe you should start dealing, like trying to figure out what shit is. But at a very young, like elementary school, still trying to figure out how to speak. I don't think children under the age of 15 should not be dealing with this type of shit.
like 10 to 15 to 16, around there.
Sorry.
I'd safely say is someone who doesn't really understand the fandom, hasn't done any research on us.
I'll tell you this much: I know the fandom, not because I was in it, because I have a friend, B boy. I have questions. I ask him. I don't understand. I make fun, and then we play VR chat or Pavlov.
They just look at us, they see that we're humans in animal costumes, and they instantly think it's really weird.
I mean, no hate at all, because I'm not used to seeing this type of shit. But that is kind of disturbing. Like even baseball mascots that walk around and mess around with the audience. What are you doing, dude? I'm going to get a comment. I can figure this out. I'm going to get a comment. Got anything else to do than criticize people? Yes, watching the Call of Duty Black Ops lore, but I got some time. I can do this.
And they start making fun of us. And a furry hater hates every single furry. It doesn't matter if you're nice or if you do something nice for them, they'll hate you because you're a furry and they think it's weird. So that is what a furry hater is.
You did this. It just sounded. It, it was just muffled.
Now, an anti furry, and I'm sure that there are going to be a lot of anti furries who are either going to be shocked or agree with me or both. An anti furry is someone who doesn't hate every single furry. They hate the really bad ones.
Yes, absolutely on the spot, on the forehead. Boom. Direct shot. Yay. I actually have a picture because I remember when I first blew up, I had a lot of beef with a lot of fucking furries. And one of them was actually pretty chill. They're like, I'm just trying to defend the furry fandom while not being a jackass. Years pass on, he comments again, and I invite him to the 4Bro server because that's open to anyone except Nazis. So time goes on, he makes an anti-furry meme, posts it in the 4Bro channel, and I said friendly fire is not acceptable. And then he sends a photo on screen right now, and it's masterpiece.
I like an example. What the? I don't even care if I get his name right because he's so fucking bad, and I'm so glad he's not in our fandom anymore.
Okay, I thought he was talking about the anti-furry. I was about to say, you pronounced my name wrong, pendejo. You was a cracker, hardcore. How can anyone like I not the full not my full name because like if you say it, especially in an accent for a cracker, you might stumble. Juan Manuel Sena Boudreaux, but Serna, or even you could say it white, Serna. It's so easy to get correct, and then I play VR chat sometimes, and when I join a random lobby like in Among Us, they're like, "You see, like they say something out of pocket." Like, dude, huh?
I think his name's Chemo. I don't care. Um, I've heard really bad things about him, but a lot of anti-furries hate him. And a lot of anti-furries talk about him when they talk about zoophilia and stuff because he is a big time one.
And we again, the B boy. I did an interview with him. He said that zoophiles are not a part of the fandom, even though they consider to be like themselves. They are not part of the fandom. So I swear to God, if I get a comment saying zoophiles are not furries, I'm oh oh.
Um, but before I go off topic, an
Nope.
anti-furry is basically someone who doesn't hate every single furry, but they hate the fandom. So yeah, they'll hate some furries depending on what their background is. Like if like, they're looking at like really weird like NSFW stuff, yeah, they'll point their finger at them and call them a zoophile. Um,
See, this is where it's a maybe. Like if it's obvious, it's an obviously a dog getting having fun with a for by a furry, then that's zoophilia. But if it's another OC, deep cleaning another OC, I don't want to see it. Don't release it to the public. Only friends and family. Don't keep that shit towards me. And we'll be all Gucci. Maybe even smoke a blunt.
but if they're like a furry like me, where like I don't look at that stuff and like I'm just here for the anthropomorphic stuff, like
And see, that's another thing. I don't get this. I mean, someone in the comments can explain this, but I honestly, sure, I love Tom and Jerry. Best show in, I believe, 70s to the 80s, maybe 90s. Best show, Scooby Doo. But I'm not gonna dress up like them unless it's Halloween. If it's Halloween and it's from the, if it's like $2 from Spirit, I wouldn't mind. But I'm not gonna dress up in a 20-foot animatronic suit and be built like Freddy Fazbear. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not.
that's what I've been into ever since I joined the furry fandom, and that's the only reason why I'm in the fandom is because of my love for the
I'm sorry. Brush. Okay, I'm gonna just let the video play before it gets too long.
anthropomorphic characters in cartoons, movies, and games. Only reason why I'm a furry. Um, they mainly point their fingers at the ones who look at the NSFW stuff and kind of the zoophilia and the zoophilia furries. Um, so, and on top of that, they hate the fandom. Um, I don't know.
And there's a 50-50. If you're, I'm saying this right now. If you're like him, just chilling, like a wolf with a third eye, knock yourself out. You're just doing what you want to do. But if you're doing those things, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I suggest you do absolutely no research on that. Just ignore this next part. But if you're doing that, ugh. I'll say this: there's a list. There's a list that fandoms that should be annihilated. The Nazi, the fucking weird part of the furry fandom, and transgender people. Those are the three parties or fandoms that should go bye bye.
I've already said that, but they hate the fandom. They don't hate every single furry. They only hate the ones that
High memory
are
uses.
really bad. They don't.
Bye.
Now I know there are going to be some anti-furries who don't like me because I support Shadow, and you know what?
Ah,
I know he's had his bad rep.
I might get a shout out here. Oh, okay, jealous. But no, that man. I'm not gonna make fun, but he is something else.
Reputation, but it doesn't bother me because to me there's no evidence. But this is not about him.
I mean,
So
I'll tell you that he is a loony. If he had his own TV show, it'd blow off immediately. He is a loony. So am I, but like I said before, no hate to him. I'm just saying, if you meet him or at least know him like I do, loony.
oh, now that I have told you guys the difference between a furry hater and an anti-furry, I am going to explain how the cycle processes. And by that I mean stage 1, stage 2, stage 3.
Just popped into my head for no absolute reason. The overworld music to Super Mario World. Don't ask how, it just did.
Now, what I mean by that is first stage, furry hater. Most of us, probably a pretty good majority of us, besides the ones that join the fandom because of our love for anthropomorphic animals.
I'm not sure if that's the background, being the background. If you know what I'm talking about, please comment down below of how to fix this without getting noise canceling pads. Or he is breathing deeply. Something about a furry. Like, dude, if you're struggling to breathe, just take off the mask and then put it back on later.
Join because we used to be a furry hater. Now, I was not one of those. I never knew what a furry was
Dear Lord, what is that? Hey, my man works out.
until I was 17. Um,
Each of
so
their own.
there's a pretty good portion of furry haters who get drawn into our community. Now, why is
Let's see, there's one thing. Uh, I will never get dragged into this community. Yeah, sure. People might say what I'm doing right now is meat writing, but I'm not gonna be like, ooh, let me look this up. I'm not doing that. I literally, if it's on my For You page, or someone recommends it to me, or if I'm just bored, then yeah, I will react to, mark my words, a faggot. But I'm not just going to look shit up because I'm bored. If I'm bored, then I'll do what I just did, or just play some Mario Party.
that? Now, the reason why is because they are so attached to us. Yes, I'm going to say attached. They are so focused on us and always around us, to see what we're doing and try to make fun of us, that they start getting attached to what we do, and then they become a furry themselves.
Mm.
Now, this is actually kind of a good thing because it starts showing that the haters, they were wrong about us, but a lot of times
I just can't. You Chinese, you Asian Chinese, you. If you're Chinese, that was a joke. B-boy is Asian, for crying out loud. But nah, first of all, if I really, I'm gonna get a lot of hate and confusion for saying this, but I'm just saying it to say it. So fuck you. If I ever do join the fandom, one, if I really wanted to, I can't, because one, I'll probably just be too lazy to be like, oh, that's a cool wolf. I'm just too lazy to. And second of all, I don't want to spend $1,000 or 10,000 on a suit. Like I said before in my last video, I could spend 10,000 on a TV, a Nintendo Switch, a PlayStation with a couple of games. So, like I said, even if I wanted to, I just couldn't. I would not have the strength, the capacity, the brain capacity, or the money to do it. So that's why I prefer to stay normal. Because having a normal life is better than having a weird life. And I'm not saying that he's weird, I'm just saying in general.
They do go deeper into the web and they find that NSFW stuff or the zoophilia about other furries. And then that is when they basically go into stage 3. I didn't even say stage 2. I'm sorry. They go to stage 3, which a
Tree.
good
Go to see tree. I didn't say two, my bad, but I went to say tree.
there is a good portion of those furry haters who turn into an anti-furry. Now, I'm going to say this. A lot, and I mean a lot, of the anti-furries I've spoken to have came out to me and said, I used to be a furry. And then when
I get a lot of comments to that too. I used to be an ex-furry. But the shit I've seen, they make their comments sound like they just got out of World War II. Like, props to you, pal, but it's not that deep. You literally just changed your opinion about something. In a good, healthy manner, I could see leaving the fandom is good for your head. It's good to explore other shit, but not like this.
I asked them, well, why'd you leave the fandom? I'm actually
Because
quite
you fucking do.
curious. They said, well, I started doing research and I found the NSFW and it seemed really wrong and weird, so I left the fandom. And I'm going to say
Half the
this,
bed.
pretty understandable. Um, a lot of us, we have a different opinion about the furry community. Um, but yeah, but there is a very good majority of anti-furries who used to be furries. And the reason why they left is because of
My controller is halfway
them
across my
doing the
room. I can't play
research.
on my Switch.
Um, now, I don't know what percentage of them just instantly go to an anti-furry because I haven't gone that far into research.
And don't waste your time doing it. I'm saying this right now. Listen. Like I said in my other video, there was a furry out there that's basically saying don't waste your time on haters. And then millions of people see it, millions of people in the fandom see it. They should listen because they're their idol, but they go to people like me. That's why I posted a funny short basically making fun of how furries just complain over the littlest things. I labeled it as a joke because really, some of them, most of them, do that exact thing. And they sound like broken records. You're misinformed. You're misinformed. You're cringe. Edgy. Which honestly, I love. I wake up with the I'm dying sensation. I can't even keep my eyes open. I check my social media. You're cringe. Nice. You should get off the platform. Keep dreaming. Oh my goodness, Leslie. I'm not. I want to say something mean, but I'm not going to. Say it.
But I do know that a very good majority of anti-furries used to be furries. So if you guys are talking to an anti-furry, just remember they most likely used to be a furry.
No, not in my case at least.
So, and okay, my brain is starting to uh, uh, unravel a little bit.
Looks like it's shivering. You was stumbling.
So I'm gonna try to keep on track. Um, so yeah,
Okay, hold on. I know you're trying to get back on track, but I'm going to get off track once more. Are you in a school? Or is this your studio? No hate, but. What? I mean, my roof isn't the best too, but at least I'm not filming in a school or a basement. Or are you? Okay.
But if you're talking with an anti-furry, they most likely used to be a furry themselves. And now I wouldn't say this. Don't try to start a conversation with them because the only
Hey, you're a faggot hater, right? Mm-hmm. Or you used to be one. Block DMs.
reason why I talk with them is because I'm curious into why they became an anti-furry, and
Well, you know what they say. Curiosity killed the cat. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm trying to learn a bit more about the anti-furry community because I gotta be honest, I'm curious, and I've actually been learning a lot, and I'm gonna be up and honest with all the furries and anti-furries who are watching this. I understand. I actually do. I understand why they changed because they don't agree with the NSFW art because it seems like zoophilia. Now, I say seems because to me, and I know this is, I know anti-furries are going to hear me say this, but there's nothing zoophilic about furry NSFW art.
Yes, there is. Like I said, it really depends. Like if it's obvious they're banging a cat, it's obvious. But like I said before, if it's another OC doing another OC, it's NSFW. It's disturbing, but it's not zoophilia. But like if it's a cat being banged by a wolf with a third eye on its hind legs, that's fucking obvious. That's like trying to cover up a murder scene while you're holding the knife.
Yes, it is extremely weird, and that's why I don't look at it because it makes me uncomfortable. But it doesn't make us all zoophiles. But I'm not trying to cover up for zoophiles. I just want everyone to understand that these are what I've been saying about you guys. I'm being up and honest.
Not the more that I think about it, if you really try hard enough, because I'm not sure if that's his quality from his phone, whatever the hell he's recording on, or if that's his body. If he really tries hard enough, he doesn't even need a fursuit. He could just grow his hair out. What's up, dog? They call me Bigfoot, but I'm the Fluffster 3000.
No bullshit. No bullshit. But yes, that is what the difference between a furry hater and anti-furry is. They're not the same. They are not even close to being the same. The only thing they have in common is that they don't like us, but it's for a completely different reason.
Badly. Like, no hate. Just an intrusive thought. Just grab that tongue.
But yes, I hope that answered your guys' questions. If you were actually curious about that, and also on top of that, while I am here, I want to thank. And again, I know I say this all the time,
You do,
but I can't help it because
you
it makes me so happy.
It does.
Thank you guys so much for all your support.
Okay, never mind. Well, look at the time we got to go. Comment, like, and subscribe, and all that fun stuff. What's your face? Teriyaki sauce, Worcestershire sauce. If you're watching, congratulations. Leave a comment. Something hateful. Knock yourself out. But just know that I do whatever you may have some offense to. I don't really mean it. We're trying to post this for fun. Stay safe, do all the fun stuff, subscribe.